Hello and welcome to our new product lineup for 2025. I'm Alex. Normally, I present you together with my Revell colleagues the Revell Modelkit news, and this January we have a special episode where we would like to show you everything that's coming this year. Hey guys, Stefan just told me that you can have a discount code again. So with YouTube 20, you get 20% off for every sale about 40 euros until February 28th. You can all have the new stuff for 20% off. Bye. So let me quickly share my screen and then I go through the products together with you. A little teaser up front. Keep watching until the end, please, because we have some really cool products this year that you can use to justify to buy more model kits for you and something for your significant other. So please bear with me until the end. There are some really cool special products as well. So we start with our Revell Click system, the model kit experience for beginners and potentials who build their first model kit, for example, or if you want to build model kits together with your grandchildren or your kids or nieces and nephews who are not that experienced in model building. It's a challenge, but guaranteed with success. No glue, no paint. But as a seasoned and experienced model builder, you still can put a lot of effort also in those click system models. The first one, I think a favorite of a lot of kids, not only here in Germany, is the Fan 728 Vario tractor. 150 parts, and it's a really impressive size. It's coming after the summer, around September. So really cool and detailed product for fans of the farming vehicles. And also a lot of horsepower, but goes in a different direction. It's the Mustang GT 2024, a true classic. The pony car, the Mustang muscle car, it's reinterpreted. It's the actual Ford Mustang. It's the 7th generation V8 engine and has a performance of 146 horsepower. It's a new tool, around 60 parts, and it's coming in fall, around November, so should be right there for Christmas. And then we have a really special license here, Naruto Shippuden. It's an anime figurine. I wasn't into manga or anime for the last 20 or 25 years, but now my daughter is into Naruto, and she read this summer 15,000 pages of manga comic. So we are really looking forward to this product here in the household, and it's quite cool. It's quite cool. You have this action figure of Naruto throwing one of his shuriken, and you can build it with or without the headband. So it should be arriving around March. And the next product from the anime world is from the real life show One Piece from Netflix. Pirates, seas, monsters, treasures, vast ocean, and in One Piece you have all this together. This young pirate, Monkey D. Luffy, who is in the middle there, goes on a really epic voyage. And he uses this gum fruit. It's one of the key elements in the adventures of the Straw Hat Pirates. It's like, it grants rubber-like properties. And you get a really interesting and fun model kit here, which serves also as a gamepad holder or as a smartphone holder, as you can see down below. And then we are going into the build and paint models. We start with the lower levels, with the easier ones. Little skill and a passion, you get the perfect model. And here starts the fascination for model building with different target groups. We start with Star Wars, the X-Wing fighter of Carson Tevi from the Mandalorian series. So this is not quite the ordinary X-Wing. You can build it with the undercarriage or without the undercarriage, and have a lot of decals and painting options here. World of Warcraft is around for more than 20 years now. It started in 2004, and it's one of the most successful computer games ever in the whole time. And it's played in more than 190 countries by more than 250 million players. So we have this year the Lich King that's coming out as a product. It's a multi-part figure, display base is included. It's a gift set, so you get the glue and all the colors and paints that you need included. One of the darker side characters and end bosses in the game. And of course, there's also Thrall. It's considered as the most powerful orc in all World of Warcraft. And as the leader of the Horde, he tries to defend the liberty of the orcs and protect the Horde. And it's also a multi-part figurine. The display base is included. You get the colors here as well. So for fans of World of Warcraft, cool products on level 3. They are easy to build, and then you have a lot of creativity to paint them. Now, air and space. Shout out to my colleague Luke here. One of the first products we are going to release in May is the Airbus A350-900 by Turkish Airlines. And this is the new livery that came out, that Turkish Airlines brought out. You can build this one with the wheels up or down on a display stand, and yeah, it's one of the larger planes here. And as well by Turkish Airlines, since they also have Boeing, so we are going to offer as well. And then we had the question in your YouTube comments, what's going on with space products? Is there anything coming? Now we can tell you, yes, in October we are releasing the Space Launch System, the SLS, as a new tool. It's 68.2 centimeters high, so I think not as high as the Saturn rocket, but still it's a really beautiful and really large model that you are going to get. Launchpad here is including the display stand so that you get it in the whole context. Then we have World War II P-Series Messerschmitt P1099A. This is one of the planes that were only in planning. They weren't released as a real plane, but they were planned. And so it comes off with a special packaging. It's going to be a really rare kit on the market. So watch out for this one if you are into World War II models. As well as the Focke-Wulf FW200 Condor, the C5 or C8. It's a re-release of the Condor. It was lastly released in 2006. It's the first re-release. It's 14 years. It was released in 2006, re-released in 2010. So now it's coming out again in August. And then we have one of the Cold War planes. There's a lot of interest for this model right now. It was only released 3 times since 2007. So we are really happy to release this one again. And it should be out in 2 to 3 weeks, in February already. And the Saab JAS 39 Gripen. It's the 3rd version of this plane. You get a large array of weapons with it, and it's the 2nd release of this plane here. The last was launched in 2014, so 10 years ago. And you get a Czech and a Swedish version and a 2024 Tiger version of it as well in the box in summer. I think we talked about the F-15C Eagle with Luke already several episodes ago. So this one is coming in the summer. And then of course we have the F-35 Lightning II, hopefully now coming in March with the whole beast kit on weaponry. It should be in shipping right now and be in stores at around March. You can see all the details of the Lightning. It's going to be a really cool model. Still very grayish, but that's how it looks like. Okay, and then I talked about this one, another version of this one with Luke already, the Westland Sea Lynx we talked about. This is the Westland Sea King MK41, which is coming out in August. And here we have a re-release since more than 10 years it was not in our assortment, the NH90 Navy helicopter. There were a lot of requests from you as model builders for this particular model. So the last time it was sold and released was in 2011. It's going to come with 2 torpedoes, internal sonar equipment, cargo doors can be opened, and it's included the German and the French sheet with decals. So we're really looking forward to this one. And now we come to the Bristol Bowfighter. The release of the Bowfighters for the 3rd time here, new parts included. The Mark VI is powered by the Hercules engine and had a slightly different tailplane. Yeah, you are getting many optional parts and detailed engines, 2 scheme options for the RAF and the RAAF. And you can look in our blog, the Revell blog, and there's a really cool story about the Bristol Bowfighter, which two pilots have flown this plane to Paris and dropped or tried to drop the tricolore, the French flag, over the Arc de Triomphe in 1943, I guess, 1942 or 43. It's a really cool story, so that's what I like the Bowfighter for. Then the Panavia Tornado, the 50 years edition. I'm feeling old now. 50 years old, and this plane is 50 years old. It's like, was unbelievable for me. The Tornado is such an iconic and classical fighter. And here you get a special decal scheme to commemorate the 50 years of the Tornado in service. And based on the standard Asta 3.1 tooling, the latest cockpit and instrument panels are included. You get movable swing wings, separate flaps, and more than 300 parts. So this is really something for the enthusiasts here. Yeah, and then we have the World War II aircraft, the seaplane. I really love seaplanes. It's read my first Tim and Struppi Tintin story where they are flying with airplanes. I'm fascinated by this beast. I've only flown in one in Canada as a passenger, and landing on water with these things is like dush. And this Arado seaplane is re-released after 14 years. So there were several questions from you, from the community, to bring that out again. So we are really happy to have this in September again. Then the Hawker Sea Hurricane Mark II C. It's the 2nd release from the tooling, featuring the parts needed for both the Sea Hurricane and the normal Hurricane MK2C, which we talked about with Luke several times, and he told on our Revell blog how he went to the different museums for the here 3 schemes included, 2 Sea Hurricanes, 1 civilian Hurricane, the hook under the fuselage, and you can possible control the surfaces and clear undercarriage. It's going to be a really nice model kit in June. The Gloster Meteor is also a new tool. In the cut progress, the CAD of the Meteor, you can see the engines are fully detailed up for each engine. You have to assemble more than 40 single parts just for the engine. Really, really detailed. You can put the detailed engine on stand and in front of the plane and one into the plane, just as you like. We already have made great progress with the Meteor last month, and the progress has also been made on the actual airframe. We have the entire design complete in January, meaning we may be able to present a full 3D print in Nuremberg. Let's see if in some days we can present the whole. We can have to detail close up from of the cockpit section and the main gear and the prototype build, including the figurine of the pilot in there. So if everything works fine, then it should be out in November. Then the Hawker Hunter with new parts, the T7. We will be re-releasing 1 to 32 Hawker Hunter, also late 25. This will use the existing single-seat Hunter model, but with new nose and other parts to make it a 2-seater. New front fuselage section, detailed cockpit, RAF and Dutch schemes, new clear parts. Look forward to it. So the last plane here is the last RAF unit to operate, the Hawk T1 A, it's the red arrows. They still continue to use this in the air shows and impress crowds all over the world. You get the decals to cover all 9 aircraft currently in the team, so you can buy all 9 and then you can build the whole squad if you would like to. And smoke tank and dispensers on the tail cone are included as well. So yeah, you can build this real masterpiece of air gymnastics. A friend of mine who is a pilot, also he always talks of like die Touren in der Luft. They do gymnastics in the air. And now we come to our cars and trucks lineup. We have the Mercedes-Benz SSKL. This is one of the most famous racing cars of all time. It was driven by Caracciola. I have seen this one in the Mercedes-Benz Museum 10, 15 years ago, and it's impressive if you are standing in front of it, and it's also impressive as a model. So if you're into race cars, this could be a really, really fun project to do, as well as these here. Classical racing cars, Porsche 917, 30s TS16, Tyrrell P34. The Tyrrell it looks so cool with this 4 front wheels. It's one of the most famous Formula 1 cars because it has such a iconic look. So if you want to build a lineup of racing cars, 2025 is a good year for you. And if you're an Iron Maiden fan also, then you can get the Iron Maiden tour truck, the actual tour truck, for the 50 years of existence of the band, for the celebration. Various chrome parts and quite easy to build. So if you're a fan of the band and you are not sure if you are able to build it, or maybe you know a fan of Iron Maiden and would give them this one as a gift and then build this together, that should be quite doable for somebody who's new to model kit building. Yeah, Lambo, what should I say? Revuelto, the successor of the Aventador, is equipped with a hybrid drive for the first time in the history of Lamborghini. The V12 engine plus 3 electric engines provide a combined performance of over 1,000 horsepower, 1,015. The maximum speed is 350 kilometers. So even on a German Autobahn, you need a Sunday afternoon or a Sunday morning, or the German soccer team has to be playing. Then you have an Autobahn where you can go full pedal to the metal with this one. But it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful model kit to build in 1-24 round October. And also you get a McLaren 750S, another supercar. It's currently the lightest and most powerful in series built McLaren. V8 engine, 750 horsepower, VMAX roughly around 325, so a bit slower than the Lambo, but still a beautiful car. And another McLaren that is still faster than the 750S should be the Formula 1 car. And you can build the MP425 that got Lewis Hamilton 1, 2, 3 wins in the 2010 World Championship. One of the really typical modern era Formula 1 cars. But we also are going to release 26 first new tool already for 2026, the first brand new F1 car after 10 years. So look forward to that. There's no picture yet here because there are still things to figure out license wise and so, but look forward to this one. I can tell you we are really proud of this one. And the Gullwing 300 SLR Mercedes-Benz, yeah, one of the most beautiful cars ever in the world. I wasn't able to be driven in it or drive it myself. Anyway, I had the option to sit in this one. You can bang your head really hard if you get out of this car and you're not watch out. Still after 70 years, it's a beast. It's a beast. It's beautiful and it's fun to build on level 4. It's demanding, but it's manageable. Yeah, 50 years of 911 Porsche Turbo, and we are releasing the version of 1974, which was first sold in 1975. It's a 50-year anniversary. yeah, it's a dream car. It's just a dream car, and you'll be able to build one, as well as the Sterling Moss Shelby GT 350R 4GT. It's coming in August, one of the typical muscle cars, and I would say something similar to American muscle cars is the BMW M3, the Bimmer E33. Quadratisch praktisch gut, we say in German. It's like square and practical and good and fast and has a wonderful sound. I wasn't aware that it was sold over 3 million times. It's coming out in August as a limited edition. Be quick to get one of those. The most sold and iconic sports cars from Germany. Somebody of you asked in the last comments if we are releasing some of the DTM cars. This is not the DTM version, of course, but it was really, really successful in the DTM. So maybe that's something for you. And I talked about this one, the Schlingmann LF 2016, a typical German fire truck with my colleague Jürgen shortly. If you wanted a really detailed model kit, take a look at this one, even if you are not that much into firefighting, because the Schlingmann company who builds and designs these fire trucks, they are 30 kilometers away from our headquarters in Bünde, and this one has so many details and is so impressive with all the fire hoses and the tools, and you can just see a little bit, a fraction of what is in this truck here on the picture. Take a look at it. It's really, really cool model kit. And then another classic, 75 years of the Volkswagen T1, the Bulli, the Kastenwagen, the van, however you may call it. It's one of the cars that powered the German Wirtschaftswunder, the rebuilding of Germany after the war in the 1950s, 1960s. After the T1, it became this famous Samba Bulli, this hippie Bulli, and the camper, and this is the version that is the practical working horse. It should be in every collection of car model builders, because it's so typical for German cars. And from the same era, we have the BMW Isetta, really lightweight, 2 to 3 person, depends on how you sit there. A friend of my parents, back when I was 4, 5, 6 years old, he had one because he was a mechanic at BMW, and he rebuilt one of those. And it's a little bit like a little plane when you are sitting in there. It's fun to drive, and we call it Knutschkugel here in Germany because it's almost a sphere. It's like the kissing sphere, the Knutschkugel. And the last civil vehicle, the Schnellzuglokomotive BR18 with the coal tender. Trains are classic in the model building scene. Trains are not the main focus of products here at Revell, but this one, yes, really, really detailed, and you have lots of things you can build on and work on, and it should be out right now. So if you're interested in building Schnellzuglokomotive, then you can take a look at the shops and the stores. Should be out already. So from this one, we get over to the military section. First is the Möbelwagen. It's the Möbelwagen. How would you translate it? It's a moving van. It's Möbelwagen because it's also this squared thing on chains. The Flakpanzer 4. It's one of the first German Army's self-propelled anti-aircraft guns. It's mounted on a Panzer IV chassis. It has a rotable turret with 2 variants, injection molded tracks and segments, decal set for 2 variants. Nice model that's coming out in September. And then we have from the US Army the M109 A2. It's also a self-propelled howitzer vehicle, commonly known as the M109. It's used for various military tasks, like particularly for artillery support and firepower in combat operations. 170 parts, 9 centimeters long, 1 to 72, of course, and it should hit the shelves in around March. And the GTK Boxer Sun, so it's a Sanitätsfahrzeug, a rescue vehicle, which you could see at the red cross and the blue lights on top. Really, I like the form of this one, the GTK Boxer. It's one of my favorites, my personal. And another personal favorite, I think of a lot of people right now, is the Humvee, the M197A2. Yeah, it's a hammer. What should I say? I've watched several YouTube videos of American YouTubers going to army stations, picking up the one they bought there and driving it home, and made a road trip out of that. And it's really fun. It's one of the, I would say, one of the coolest vehicles on Earth. And the MAN 10 tons military 8x8. Also, I've seen a video about a woman who was traveling the world in one of those. They built up a camper module on that. It's a transport vehicle. It can transport up to 10 tons with its crane here, and it's built for roughly terrain. It's a re-release and should hit the shelves around July. Leopard 2A7A1. It's the newest version of the German Leopard 2 tank in the German army. You get new parts here, including distance active protection system trophy. The Bundeswehr ordered 17 of those for approximately €500 million. So a really recent tank. And then we come to our ships and boats. We have the Swedish regal ship Vasa. It's one of the most famous sailing ships, but it didn't last very long. I can't tell you the whole story, but take a look at it. And it was the flagship of the Baltic fleet of the Swedish army. Comes out again in April. Since 10 years it wasn't available. Also 10 years not available is the Spanish Galeone, the galleon. The first galleon appeared in the middle of the 16th century. One of the most famous ship classes that were out there on the seven seas. Here we have the U-boat type Molch. It's a cooperation with ICM. Quite easy to build, also quite easy to paint. So a good entry-level model kit, and yeah, you always are fascinating to build. We have the USS Nautilus. It's a vintage kit. It was 30 years not available, so after 30 years we are going to re-release it. And the original Nautilus was reissued over 70 years ago, 1954. So you get a really historical product here. The SSB Abraham Lincoln, also U-boat, 15 years not available. It's coming back in August. And the ETV Waker, also 15 years not available. Coast Guard ship that you can get in the next week, I would say. It's the Waker, the Kustwachen. Then this year we have 70 years of the Bundeswehr. So we have 3 exclusive sets for the anniversary of the Bundeswehr. One set for the Heer, the Army, one set for the Luftwaffe, the Air Force, and one set for the Marine. For the Army, together with an exclusive book edition of the Motorbuch Verlag, we have the Leopard 2 A6 A2. Comes with a special edition book from the Motorbuch Verlag, which is in German and English, so that everybody of you can enjoy the book that comes with the Leopard. And then we have this gift set with 3 aircrafts, the Eurofighter, the Typhoon, and the Phantom from the Luftwaffe, as a complete gift set with paints and brushes and glue and everything you need. For the German Navy, the German Marine, we have an exclusive anniversary edition with these 3 submarines of the German Navy. All 3 boats are developed and are operated by the German Navy, and you have 3 different generations of submarines here. Let's see what we have got in the accessories part. We have micro applicators, 100 pieces in the set. They are multifunctional applicators in 4 different sizes. So you can applicate paint or glue or color pigments, and per size there are 25 pieces included for every of the 4 sizes. Then we have new brushes. Painter Professional, really high quality synthetic fiber, Connex Gold. It's comparable to Red Sable Hair, one of the gold standards for brushes, and you will get every standard brush sizes that you need for model kit building, because they are especially developed for the needs of model builders. And you can see here on the photo that it's a really ergonomic free edge handle, so that you can hold it really well. And as I promised you in the beginning, we have some products that might be interesting for those who need something to motivate the significant other for model building, maybe. So we have the tiny adventure sets. Here we have the perfect gift for any occasion. They are like wooden book nooks. You build those things and then you can put them, as you see here, you can put them in your bookshelves between all the books. Those are from the Harry Potter series here, but they are not only for Harry Potter fans. They are for readers as well, just people who are loving books, to put those into the shelves, and you can create magical worlds that you can put in your shelves. Every book nook has his little tiny world in there. You have the Diagon Alley here where Harry Potter buys all his school stuff. You have LED ambient light in there. They are laser cutted, really precise. You have a high quality UV full color print and a touch sensor to turn on and off the lightning in there. I've seen them already in live and they're cool. Having those in your bookshelf is really, really cool. You have the Quidditch field as well from the Harry Potter series. And for those who are not that much into Harry Potter, but still into fantasy, you can build the Iron Throne from House of the Dragons or Game of Thrones. It's something you can order to tell your significant other, hey, I have something we can build together. How about that? And have a nice Sunday afternoon building stuff. So that was it with our new product presentation for 2025. I hope there's something in there that you like and that's interesting to you. Every question, put it in the comments, and we try to answer those in the coming weeks in our next episodes, in the regular episodes where I'm going to be talking with my colleagues, Jürgen and Luke and Iab and Mo. So I hope you have a great start into the year. Maybe you visit us in Nuremberg on the toy fair there. And until our next episode. Bye bye.